Most people would not talk about this, but I will because I know this is one of the most important podcast episodes you will ever hear from any podcast, not just mine. And that is that success in business takes so much longer than you really think it will, even if on a high level. You'd be brand new, already making 6, 7 figures a month, you will still feel the same exact way, regardless of where you're at. My business now, I could be a homeless entrepreneur from 12 to 18. Now I have a huge real estate business doing $1.6 billion in transactions over the past 2 years. And I still wake up every single day thinking, why we're not doing more? How can we capture more leads, help more people? How can we sell more homes? Every single day I feel this way. I have 8 closings this month. Most agents do 2 or 3 in a year. Last year, 72% of agents sold less than one home, meaning they sold 0 homes. 72% of agents. I have 8 closings this month. Again, $1.6 billion in transactions. Now, where you are in your business, this is what success looks like. Especially for those watching the Elite Edge podcast, where top players go to become world class. Because you're that already level of business savviness, you are part of the 1%. Even if your income's not even there yet, because you're thinking on how to really scale your life, your business, help more people, you're taking risks, you're making sacrifices. All these things add up, and sometimes they don't. I know people who have scheduled closings that are not working out. They're all paying away. So just know, I've lived through it. I've been there. I've slept on frozen benches. I've crashed in my friend's house. I've done all the things coming from nothing. Even where I'm at now, that'd be a dream come true. Just to ask myself, why am I not further? If that sounds like you, at least in regards of like wanting to do more in your life, to do more in your business, drop a fire emoji down below. Drop a fire emoji down below. If that sounds like you, because this is going to be a huge podcast for you guys, breaking down what success really looks like and how to keep going when things become uncertain. We are building an empire. We have sleepless nights. When bills are due, you gotta pay payroll, all these different things. I'm gonna walk you through what I do to this day to stay motivated, inspired, and not feeling like everything's falling apart. Now, how big are businesses? Again, my personal story is I used to be much like you, or people are probably less than other people. I was humble beginnings, had no direction, nothing working for me. Grew up in a broken home or violence is some of the earliest memories. I remember sleeping on frozen benches. I remember having no clue what would happen in my life. I already told myself, one day I will make it. One day I will be the best. And now I'm one of the top agents in the whole entire country. My team, like Matt right here on the call as well, one of the top agents in the whole entire country. We are helping people every single day buy and sell places. We've got an all repop on the contract. That's 99 units. It's a big, big deal. And I still feel like, what can we do to be even more? That is part of the curse, the bittersweet curse of being in business, and having goals, and having dreams. And for those of you like myself who started from nothing, we are now even more so because your mindset, like mine, is probably an act of war. You're always thinking, how can I get past this? We grew up in survival like I did. If you didn't grow up in survival, thank God, happy that that happened for you. But you're probably still thinking, how can you close bigger deals? How can you help more people? Get more views on social media? Having that small voice in your head asking you, why am I not further in life? And yes, looking for gas stations and source units. I love it. So those watching right now, if you guys have a gas station or a storage unit down below, let us know. Send us a DM. That's what we're looking for as we speak. Help more of our clients. Again, we're always trying to find more ways to help our clients. Just know you're not alone in this pursuit of your dreams, of your goals. If you're a real estate agent, business owner, entrepreneur, even if you work a job, this episode is for you because this is gonna go off of everything. You're working super hard, you're taking big risks, you're hiring people, you're paying for ads, you're staying up late, you're prospecting, cold calling, door knocking, whatever your business model is. If you're going through the trenches, I am there with you. Again, I don't just run a big real estate team. I actively sell houses, help my clients. I have employees. I'm doing things every single day just as well. So it's not just you. You're not alone in this endeavor. So again, do hashtag motivated. Hashtag motivated. If you're inspired for 2025, let's make this the best year yet. Beyond shadow of a doubt, let's make this the best year yet. Again, you can make it happen. I'm gonna show you guys some 3 or 4 hard truths that make it really impactful for you moving forward. What's up, Billy? Thanks for Millie. Thanks for being here. Happy to have you on this podcast today. My name is breaking down what success really looks like. And here's the biggest thing I'm going to break down. Number 1, success is not a straight line. This is number 1. Success is not a straight line. A lot of people have these business plans and these business models and think to themselves, oh, if I just start this business and I can sell 5 clients a month or a day, I'll make all this capital. And what happens is we see this as our business model from dreams / goals and now you think, oh man, if I just get here, I'll be so happy, so successful. Life would be a dream. But exactly, like E. Millie said, success is not linear. There's no straight line. It's not just do this. What success really looks like is this. This is what success looks like. It's a crazy journey that we have no clue what's going to happen every single day. But one day, it just takes off overnight. It's not linear, it's exponential. You've been working for 6 months, for 1 year, for 5 years, for 10 years. Now, nowhere, you're the biggest star the world has ever seen. It happens just like that. Literally, overnight, your whole life can change. From social media, new contacts, new clients, all these things make you ultra successful before you know it. And I'll prove it to you. Again, I was super humble beginnings. Now I'm a very successful person. But it did not happen overnight. It took me a long time to get there. My first real business I started was 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And I'm just now, not just now, but over the past couple of years, seeing massive successes in my businesses. It did not happen overnight. Look at people like Ryan Serhant, one of my personal mentors. His first 3-4 years in business, he did rentals, making no money. He had his credit card declined. He had no idea what to do for his rent. The list goes on. And then one day, he got an opportunity to be on a TV show called $1 Million Listing. Now he's one of the biggest agents in the world. Overnight. Success. Took him 4 years, though, probably more to get to that point. Look at Alex Mosey. Alex Mosey, a huge entrepreneur for over $100 million. He slept on floors of his gym with no results, nothing working for him. And finally, one day, it started picking up and taking off for him. Now he's a huge success, even through social media. He did his podcast for 10 years straight with no results. And one day, he picked up and blew up online. One day, it takes you 10 years, though, to get there. So just know success is a never-ending journey. It is going to be a lot of uncertainty, up and downs. But here's the secret, though, that I've learned helped me so much on this journey to my dreams and goals. It's that if I'm trying to accomplish my goals and my dreams, I need to think about it not in terms of a straight line or even exponentially. 'Cause I know for a fact that we're doing, business and $1.6 billion in transactions, it's not linear. It can be like this. You have some good months and then some bad months. You have some good months and then some bad months. And the goal is to start making your highs your new lows. That is the goal. Is how can I make my old highs my new lows? Because you'll always have up and downs. No who you are. Again, I have 8 closings this month. It's a big month, the biggest one yet in terms of production volume. Lots of going on. And for me, my current months I do now is more I did in a year when I first started off. If I look at other people I know, I was trained by another guy named Chad Goldwazer, #1 in the whole world at KW at one point in time, with my personal mentor as well. He told me he had months making like 6, close to 7 figures a month, and the next month would be half as much. So just know, when it comes to success, it's gonna be peaks and valleys. You always have these peaks and valleys in your business. But the goal is to increase all these peaks and valleys as you go. That way, when you have these bad months, you pick back up by these big months the next time. And I have a whole breakdown even as well on my live podcast on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth, breaking down this whole theory as well. Because there actually is a psychology behind this and why this happens. For those on right now, for a quick recap, the reason why this happens, well, a super simple example. What's the full live I did about this though? The uphill, we are inspired. We call this ego. We're inspired up there. We feel that life is great, on top of the world. But then we get a little lazy because we have all this capital, we have all this success. We don't need to try as hard. And then the next month, we let loose on marketing, on prospecting, on following up, on adding more value. Which is why I always tell my agents to always be marketing every single day. Even the big businesses or small businesses, my #1 job is marketing. For myself and for my clients. And then over here we have anger. Anger is one of the most motivating things in the entire world. If we are having anger and frustration, it will push us out of this discomfort. Because in real estate and in business, what normally happens is people will only accept their standard. So if my standard, let's say in this scenario, is $100,000 a month, that's my personal standard for myself. If I make less than 100K per month, I'm not happy. So my goal is always that or more. So for me, if my standard drops below 100K, 50K, 20K or less, I'm freaking out. Like, what can I do to fix this? Because my new standard has increased every single time. So the way to really maximize your peaks and valleys, kind of how what Emily said, fluctuations of time, oftentimes bring out fight or flight. Exactly. Fight or flight happens because you're going through ups and downs, the peaks and valleys. So when we increase our new standards, this makes it higher for us to have more success in our life. I'm always increasing my standards every single time. You book a new record in your business, great, that's your new standard. Even if it's a one-time thing, make that your new standard moving forward. Guys, this is valuable for you so far. Make sure you drop that like button, tag your friends, share this video. Who do you know that would need to see this video? Who are super hungry, super in business, want to achieve more in life, but you know, as being an entrepreneur yourself, business is hard. It's not easy. It was popularized on social media, but I've been doing business since I was 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, I used to have my friends draw pictures on pieces of paper for us. I would knock on doors and sell them for $30, $40, $50 artwork. One, crazy pricing. I had no clue about what money meant back then. And two, I've been doing sales, entrepreneurship. I was barely walking and talking. Because I always just had it in me to be doing these kind of activities. But entrepreneurship is not easy. It was many nights I've had in my past. It was sleepless, negative bank account balances, and no clue what's going on. People frustrated. And every single day, even to this day, having a big, huge business, I still feel this way because I have bigger dreams than this. Number one, success is not a straight line. It's not linear. Sometimes maybe exponential. It ebbs and flows like all things in life. Number two, uncertainty is a test. Uncertainty is a test. And most people fail this test every single day, month, or year. People quit when it gets tough. Say, oh man, it's not fast enough. I know what's going on. I gotta pay payroll. I have to get new clients. I gotta sell this house, close this contract. I got to do this speech. You name it. People say to themselves that it is uncertainty, but why businesses is so hard. Also, on a side note, this is why I'm so adamant now, especially on having a huge war chest. And for me, a war chest is money you have in the bank that's free and clear, that's for you to keep you afloat when times get bad. You should have 6 to 12 months of expenses for your personal life and for your business life. By having that uncertainty, it's not that bad. Who cares? Because you know you're good for the next 3 6 months. Uncertainty is not as hard. But for those of you who are still building your empire, who are super risk adverse and are playing on hard as it can go, well then this is good for you to know. You have two choices when things happen. Either one, you stop. Number one, you stop. What most people would do. Number two, you scale. Sounds crazy, right? Why would you scale when you're uncertain? You don't know what's going on. Because you probably have more than you think you do. Again, this goes back to my last part of this. Ebb and flows. What was your biggest month yet? What have you done? What have you overcame in the past? Anything to be a reminder for you, said, hey, if I can overcome this thing before, I can do this again. Let's scale even quicker, get so faster this time. But here's why this happens on a super granular scale of uncertainty. This happens for all things, not just in business, but for dating, for diet, for workouts. You name it, this happens every single day in all areas. This is the graph that Carl Jung has designed. Number one is uninformed optimism. Uninformed optimism. This is what happens for most businesses, most diets, you name it. We get into a new business model, a new diet, you have a new college class, you have a new X, Y, and Z, a new dream and desire and goal. Whatever it is, we have something new in our life. We say, wow, if I can just do this, I'll make so much money, make so much of an impact, I'm gonna have a better body, I'm gonna have a better relationship, you name it. We have something in our mind that says, this will be easy. Number one is uninformed optimism. But what happens is, after 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, maybe even a year, this is long for most, more than 30 days, this happens. We have informed pessimism. We say to ourselves, wow, this is way harder than I thought it was. The guru on social media says house flipping was a dream. It's so easy to do this. I started doing it and now I'm having a hard time losing money. Or we see people on social media say, oh, drop shipping is the best business model. I'm gonna do this strategy, make $100 million in the next 30 days. I will break it to you. Again, I have a whole video breaking down this as well about the truth of entrepreneurship. Business takes time. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen in 50 days probably. Maybe in 6 months. Maybe a year will happen for you. But more often than not, you have big goals. It takes a while. And here's the truth. Most of the graphs that you see on the other side is one of two things. One is fake, so having fake graphs to tell you how good the dream is. Number two, my wife said this to me, is the grass is tended by other people. So if you're a new entrepreneur or you're again world class even, a lot of times the other grass you're watching being so green has more staff watering the grass, cutting the grass, into the landscaping. It looks super lush because the whole team of people working on that. It tells us one of two things. One, what can we do to get more people helping us water our grass? And what can we also do to understand the realities of this? An informed pessimism happens, but we don't know, we try to find out how hard it really is. And then what happens, we come down here to crisis of meaning. Crisis of meaning. Number two, uncertainty is a test. And this is the test right here. The test starts here. With crisis of meaning. We say to ourselves, wow, this business model is so hard. This deal is not closing. I have 25 to put out every single day. What's going on? We say to ourselves, I'm losing money on this deal, on my business. What can I do? All these things play a role in uncertainty. We don't know what happens next month, next year, and so forth. We have new employees we wish to hire. Will they work for us? Are they good? Are they not good? Is this a waste of money? All these questions will play in your head day in and day out until you stop doing business. And after that, we have new things to worry about because there's always something in life. But here's what happens. Most people get the crisis of meaning. And the test is two things. One, you stop, or two, you scale. Number one does this. I go back to uninformed optimism, to informed pessimism, back to crisis of meaning, and back again in this never-ending cycle that never stops. And this is why most people have small businesses forever. They keep on stopping. I've seen this done by people who've made $1 million in a year. Like, oh man, I made $1 million this year, but like this business model is just not for me. Like I need something new, something better. And then they change because they have a new demon to fight. Business is a game. Every single level is a harder thing to fight. That's why in games you level up. If you don't get past the boss over here, you know, make it to your success in your dreams. People normally would turn around and hit back a new opportunity. Oh, let's make a new character. Let's do a new business opportunity. But here's the thing: if your business is already making you 6-7 figures a year, double down on that business model. It's already working for you. Why make a whole new thing when you start everything from scratch? Have one thing you can work on. So that's just next thing. So uninformed optimism, informed pessimism, crisis of meaning. The thing is, I want to get to number 4 over here, which is informed optimism. If I have informed optimism, I know how hard it takes, how hard it is to grow my business. I know my KPIs. I know my metrics. I know the conversion processes. I know the uncertainties of this business model and what it really takes to have massive success in that business. Again, my team's done $1.6 billion transactions in the past 2 years. I'm a host for a TV show on Amazon Prime, HGTV, Apple TV, all the things. And I could have stopped over here My business did nothing for 3 to 6 months. Well, 2 months, and nothing really happened to me for the first 2 months. Then it started picking up piece by piece, piece by piece by piece by piece. And I doubled down on that to get to where I'm at now. Informed optimism. And finally, really end, you win. That's number two. Uninformed optimism is a lie. The whole goal is to get informed as quickly as possible and be optimistic in the business model you already have. That is the ultimate goal for this thing. This sounds like you've been through this before. To any degree, you hashtag optimism down below. Hashtag optimism down below if you've been through this yourself. I can almost guarantee you have, because this is the human experience in a nutshell. A whole life goes through this. If you're new to just making social media content, you go through this. If you're new to doing real estate or businesses, you go through this. And then number three, which is the golden line that's going to help us really keep going. Go closer than you think. There's always a point in our lives, in our business, where all this clicks and comes together. Steve Jobs had a quote that a lot of times in life, you can't connect the dots looking forward. We can connect them looking backward. If I look at my business model, my life for the past decade almost, over here, actually, my first real business was t-shirts. I did t-shirts. You cannot read that at all. All right. My first business model I ever did was t-shirts. I thought I could sell t-shirts for artists around the world and do marketing for them. I'd pay them a big commission because they made the artwork. And I was the market behind their dream and their vision. We called New Indigo Kingdom. That was my first business model. It was like making t-shirts and trying to sell them almost 8-9 years ago. I would make content. I would do videos. I would do Snapchat, YouTube, you name it. I did all these things. And it was hard. But back then, I had a huge speaking impediment that was terrible. Now it's not as bad. I have a coach I meet with once or twice a week to this day even. I'm so adamant on speaking to my whole job as a real estate agent, the communication. But back then, I didn't know that. I thought I would sell t-shirts, do marketing, and make it happen for me. Then from t-shirts, I'm like, oh, let's do drop shipping. This looks like a good business model. I'll try it out. Then they drop shipping. That didn't work for a while. I tried for a couple months and I gave up. Had informed optimism, uninformed optimism. Said, nope, this is too hard. Something new. And then I did life coaching. And how I learned about business and teach other people about businesses, how that worked, walking through the processes. And again, for me, being a homeless off now from 12 to 18, I did a lot of inner work. I read a lot of books. Life coaching started even before this, on this side of the spectrum, on reading books of psychology, on personal development, on mentalities and so forth. I read countless books. It's like 4 years straight. All I did was like meditate and read books about personal development, learn more about myself, and overcome my past. So life coaching was next. And then, okay, let's try marketing as a whole business model. In marketing, I did marketing for any businesses out there. If you were a life coach, a drop shipper, if you was an agent, if you was a dentist, a doctor, it didn't matter. I did marketing for you. Then I did, okay, you know what? Let's do marketing for real estate only. That was like 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, just maybe 7 years ago. I'm just ago, 6, 7 years ago. Just marketing for real estate agents and investors. And I made my clients 6 figures a month. They gave me 5, 10K per month. I made them 50, 20, $100,000 in that range per month. My marketing strategies. Okay, wow, this is really good. And then I got my license as a realtor. This was 5 years ago. Got licensed as a real estate agent. And then I did a team. My team right now that I have is 100+ agents across 20 states, $1.6 billion in transactions. And if I look at my life from here, there's no way I'll connect my dots on how I'll be on my right now. I have no clue. Looking backwards, I can see, okay, I was a team leader, I did my real estate license, then marketing, they taught me about how to help my agents and my clients over here. Then I did marketing for everybody, having more skill sets, helping me have more strategies. Then life coaching helped me like coaching my clients, but I still used to stay coaching my real clients now. It's on a different kind of spectrum. Dropshipping was marketing and banners and businesses and funnels and so forth. And t-shirts was still marketing. So for me, I learned marketing and sales and video and communications back here. I still used to stay over here. It all connects. That's what how business really works. The closer you think. This is only 10 years in the making. And now I'm doing really, really well. Still want to do more. But overnight, your whole life can change. It all really depends on this how dedicated you are to scaling and not letting go. And here is the thing I want you to do right now. Look at your own life that you've had the past 5, 10 years. And don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Where was you at here? And where you are now? If past me could see what I do now, he would be doing backflips. Having goals of 6 figure months would have been insane to me back then. Back then, 6 figures years ago. And now, if that happened, I'd be way more. But it all happens day by day by day by day by day by day. Before you know it, the whole life is closer than you think. Think about this. Most people, before you guys are entrepreneurs in the first place, most of you are investors, they work 20, 30, 40 years and then retire. If this takes you 1 year, 5 years, 10 years even, you're still close to most people are. Again, as an employee, this thing works for you as well. You can invest in real estate. It's that all the time. Have a great job. I think it's actually safe to do that. Entrepreneurship is kind of people who are crazy. Taking big bet and risk every single day. So you have this strategy that you kind of see the closer thing you think. Compare yourself to where you was a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. And here's another thing for you too. I bet you right now you have achieved goals and dreams of yours. At one point in time, you said it make you so happy and you're not. Let that sink in. At one point in time, you achieved goals that you had on your vision board, on your calendar, on your notepad that you're now doing every single day, not even thinking about it, you're still not happy. That is the disease of more. You always want more and more and more stuff. This is why this happens to us. Because we see what's possible now. We understand the game more. We get more upgrades, more accolades, more success. And all these things keep us inspired to do more. Day in, day out, day in, day out. This next part will help you the most. The next part is, I think, the greatest tool you have in your arsenal, having more success and having less frustration. Focus on what you can control. But here's the thing. In business and in life, none of that is controllable. We can't control a deal. We can't control results. I can't control success. We can't control is the actions. Because success in life is fickle, comes and goes. I have deals right now, 8 closes this month, and 2 or 3 of them are like kind of shaky. They're like, they might close, it might not. I'm working day in, day out, making all fix to fix these deals. But even to my day, I have deals that are not closing. One of my agents in my team, she has like 7 deals right now she's working on, and almost all of them are imploding on herself. Success and tangible assets in business is not controllable. So instead, what I want to do is I want to focus on daily action. I can't control this. You can't control your daily actions. If you are trying to grow your business, what can you do every single day? What are your non-negotiables? That be talking to 10 prospects per day, doing 5 follow-up calls, emails, texts per day. That be going live on social media for your audience, get more brand exposure, add more value, get more credibility, more authority. Could that be reading 10 pages of a book per day? Having 1 call with a past client per day? What could that be? What could be your 5 non-negotiables? Like for me, my non-negotiables I do every single day, no matter what happens, good, bad, rain or shine, is this. 1 to 2 hours prospecting per day. I'm gonna do 1 to 2 hours per day of prospecting. And if you can read my writing, I'll make it bigger. And for me, I want a quota of 10 leads. I want to do as much as I can do. Why limit myself? Is my thought process. Some people, you should do that. Hey, don't try and do 100 a day or 200 a day or an hour a day. Do 5 10 a day. What is best for you? For me, my goals is to do over $1 billion in revenue, not in volume, but in revenue in a year. Eventually, a month. Big goals. My other big goal is to put 1 billion people in the world for better lives. Definitely 2 billion people in the world for better lives. Through our strategies, to real estate, to building cities like Dubai and so forth. The ultimate goal in life. So I have big goals I do for myself on my non-negotiables. To read 1 2 hours and prospect 1 2 hours per day is my non-negotiable. Be going live, being calls, texts, emails, you name it. This would be a lot of volume in 1 hour, 1 2 hours. Also, the gym. Non-negotiable every single day workout. I'm so big on this that I have a new son and now Alexander. I have Lifetime Fitness is my gym, but we are now having a home gym that I spent thousands of dollars on for cold plunge, a steam room, a big weight rack, weights, dumbbells, the whole 9 yards, and just wake up, go to my home gym, and get my gym done. And that's the work. So gym is not non-negotiable. Not non-negotiable. 30 to 60 minutes per day of learning. My learning could be through a YouTube video, could be through a mixer call, through a podcast, through a book. And when you get better and better in your businesses, you should be increasing who you're learning from. When I first started off, I was from people who was 1 or 2 steps above me. I want to make 10K per month. They made 20K per month. You learn from them. Now I'm looking at people who are doing billions of dollars in transactions, people who are billionaires, and so forth. Those are the big world changers. So now my goals are higher instead of my business model. So we're learning to be higher as well as we go. So prospecting, gym, learning, follow up, Same thing, 1-2 hours is my goal for this one, or at least 1 hour per day to follow up past clients, past prospects, past leads, so forth. And finally, posting daily. Daily actions add up really big. And of course, just showing up. This is how I think about my business model. But again, success is fickle, comes and goes. We have no clue what's going to work out for us. You can have 100 deals in your pipeline, and all of them go ghost. When it happens, I've seen it happen to myself. That's why it's so important to have a ton of balls in the air as often as possible. You never know what can happen next. As a business owner, things change. And at a higher level, could be your staff could change. Your staff could call in sick. Your other person can quit. Another person can do a bad job. One person can be late. You have these things all the time. So my non-negotiables, my daily actions, what makes it even more important for us to have more and more success. And ask yourself, when you do these strategies, what is the highest ROI action I can do every single day? And most people, it's going to be sales calls, it's going to be marketing, two highest things. Later on, it can be operations, which is leading a team. For me, my team of 100 people, I spend a lot of my time talking to my staff, my agents, doing emails, doing our fires, because my job now is being a team leader, and coaching them. For my clients as well, doing that as well too. That's number four. Number four is going to be having us be understanding of what is our daily action. Down below, what is your non-negotiable you have for yourself? Down below, comment your non-negotiable you do every single day. What is one thing helps you the most have more success in your business, in your life? What's going on, Lily? Thanks for being here. And kind of back on last point too. I'm going to wrap this up a little bit. There's two. Don't compare. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you was a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't compare your chapter 1 to chapter 20. Because here's the thing. You never know the true story of other people. I see gurus online that were like, I've made $100 million in my business. And then you find out their dad was an ex-billionaire. Well, he's a current billionaire and helped them a lot. The other people who became a brand new real estate agent, and they did $50 million the first year as an agent. Their dad had been licensed for 20 years. You never know where they're starting from. It's not a fair comparison to do a comparison from them versus you to any degree. Myself included. I'm one of the top agents at my brokerage at EXP Realty. It's the #1 broker on the planet right now for transactions. I'm 90,000 agents globally. And people will see me and think, wow, Jordan just started being an agent 5 years ago, and he's one of the best of the best. What they don't see is all my other business models I did in the past to learn the skills I have now. From t-shirts and life coaching and marketing agencies and so forth, all these skills play a huge role in what I do now. Because you restart, it's not from day one, it's not from scratch. And kind of go back one step as well on that point too. About not only comparing yourself to other people, but law, human nature, and going backwards like this. Sometimes it is good to do that. If you're in your 20s and you're watching this, try a million things. And for me, I tried a lot of things where I'm at right now. If I didn't do that, it never would have happened. In your 20s, maybe even in the 30s to some degree, early 30s, some people know how you live your life in your 20s. You should try as much as you can. Find what you like to do a lot. Find out your passion. Love it. Be amazing. Thanks for being here. And you guys, any questions down below, let me know. Drop your questions. I always have extra questions for you guys. I love doing this, obviously. Again, if you're in your 20s, try as much as you possibly can and fail as fast as possible. So all these things, like Steve Jobs said, will lead you to where you should be at one point in time. When I did t-shirts back in the day, and live coaching and book writing, I had no clue that I'd be doing what I do now. But my book writing I did 8 years ago helped me. This book is a bestseller. It's my real estate secret books, #1 on Amazon for real estate at one point in time, and #2 overall for best-selling book on Amazon at one point, behind Brand Turner from Bigger Pockets. This happened because I did book writing 8 years ago. I learned the skills of writing books and marketing and so forth this down. For my clients, I've sold homes in 4 hours, in 1 hour before, for my clients above asking price. I learned marketing a long time ago. I use now for my current clients. So you can try and fail as much as you possibly can to be at where you are to now. Later on, you'll find one thing you might stick to. And normally happens when you're super young, early 20s, you're new to it, late 20s, early 30s. Find one thing to work on forever and make that your main goal. And moving forward afterwards, you can then scale that to the moon and double down on that. But don't compare yourself to people in those chapters. You have no clue where they started from. You have no clue about the connections, the family, the skill sets, any of that. Let's see. Lily asks, how do you bring motivation every single day? Great question. So for me, to bring motivation to my life every single day, I do two things. One, I have a little journal I have. I'll do this instead. Called my Self Manifesto. Or my SBA. This is See, Believe, Achieve. Every morning before I go to bed, or every morning I wake up, before I go to bed at nighttime, twice a day, I open this up and I read it. And this has my vision board. It has my business model on it. What I'm working on, my flywheel. It has my past accomplishments. What have I achieved so far? Being a top agent, a bestseller, public speaking, reaching millions of people across the globe, being a TV show host, all these things I have on him. I have my breakdown of what to focus on, and then informed optimism, my goals. I have on here, again, my true SBA is whatever came from the past, from being homeless, to being molested as a kid, or it's like 4 years old, by two older kids. I was molested as a kid, they ganged up on us, they paired us with other kids as well, around the same age as me. Some of the earliest memories is that. And I overcame being molested, having my dad beat my mom up in front of me as a kid, to being homeless off and on, having no money, being born with lead poisoning. Well, this goes on. And all these things I've been to, I see every single day say, okay, I survived that, and now I'm thriving. I can do this too. I have my big goals for 2025. And then I have a letter to myself from the future. So 2026 saying, hey, I will do X, Y, and Z. This is my goal. And I say, okay, I'm future pacing my future now. Then I have a personal Wikipedia page. It's like me when I died 50 years ago. The overall goals. Now I read this every single day, twice a day, if not more sometimes. And I even have my goals right on my laptop. I see every single day. Big goals I have for 2025. $100 million in volume. I have my top team in the whole country. I have being a great father, amazing husband. All these things I see every single day helps me stay motivated. And also knowing that success is not linear, that it takes time. And thank you. I'm trying to inspire other people as well. If I can overcome what I overcame, there's nothing you can't do. I promise you. If I can overcome what I overcame in my past, there's nothing you can do in your life. No, where you are right now. No, what you've been through. Your past does not define you. Let that sink in. Your past does not define you. You're more than enough right now for all your wildest dreams. It may take some time to get there, but you are more than enough for your wildest dreams to come true. It just has to be done day in, day out. Before you know it, you get there. And here's the thing: time will pass either way. Time will pass either way. You might as well just take action now and take big bets. The people normally regret what they did not do, not what they did do. And for me, one thing I love a lot about chasing my goals, chasing my dreams is one quote. Just write this down. If you don't make sacrifices for your dreams and your goals and dreams become the sacrifice. Let's say it one more time. If you do not make sacrifices for your goals and your dreams and your goals become the sacrifice. So it will take a lot of sleepless nights. It will take a lot of headache, having bounce checks, having big delays, having uncertainties, all these things that happen to us. If I know I keep these big bets, one day it's going to pay off. And the best quote that I use every single day to this day is this. This is my favorite quote of all time. You can't lose if you don't quit. You can't lose if you don't quit. Mind blowing, right? Super simple concept, hard to do that. You cannot lose if you don't quit. Yep, exactly. You gotta make sacrifice your goals and your dreams. Your dreams don't become sacrifice. Exactly. Seriously, like, I live by that every single day. And this as well. As long as you don't quit, you will not lose. Just keep pushing. And just know that no matter what level of business you get to, you'll always feel that way. There's new levels, new devils. Every stage in business to be hard to some degree. That means you're growing. If your business is not hard, if it's not frustrating, if it's not driving you crazy, you're not doing enough. It's really easy to stay low and stay complacent. I could just not hire employees. I could not make content. I could just do the bare minimum, wait for clients to come to me, do some prospecting every now and then, and have a pretty good life, 6 figures plus, and be A-okay. But my goals are so big that I'm always pushing more and trying to have a better annual living and have more impact on my community, my clients' life, and so forth. So if this spoke to you guys, if this spoke to you to any degree, drop some likes down below, tag your friends, share this video with them as well. This needs to be heard by other people. Again, I know for a fact everyone goes through this. This is what business really is. And thank you so much, Lily. Happy you guys like this video. Always have to help out. Again, I go live every single week, twice a week, for about an hour at a time, breaking down all things real estate, entrepreneurship, psychology, marketing, sales, you name it. I'm here for you guys. I've been through the trenches, and my biggest passion in life, helping more people have more impact as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you tag your friends, share this video. Go live every single week. I'll see you all soon. Have the best day yet. Keep crushing it, and just know you're more than enough right now in the very moment. Not only you have accolades, not only more successful, not only you have a whole Bitcoin or new home flip, a new home under contract, you are more than enough right now in this very moment. And you don't need any approval or permission from life you want to live. You got this. I believe in you. For the best day yet. I'll see you guys at the top.